Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 763rd day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. Russia has lost approximately 439,970 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war, the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces reported. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 780 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 10 tanks, 21 armored combat vehicles, 32 artillery systems, 2 multiple launch rocket systems, 1 air defense system, 22 drones, 2 cruise missile, 56 vehicles, and 6 pieces of special equipment. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. There were 49 combat engagements. The enemy launched a total of 7 missile and 60 air strikes, carried out 73 multiple launch rocket system. The Ukrainian Air Force launched air strikes on 10 concentrations of troops, weapons, and military equipment of the occupiers. The Ukrainian missile forces hit 2 concentrations of troops, 1 air defense system, 1 electronic warfare station, 1 important target of the Russian invaders. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reports the Russian government is setting up a new master's program to train administrators to work in occupied Ukrainian territories. This comes alongside the creation of a new federal prison system in those areas. These moves are seen as part of a broader effort to integrate the occupied territories into Russia, including imposing Russian law, education, and infrastructure. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War, the UN Human Rights Monitoring Mission in Ukraine released its 38th report on the human rights situation in Ukraine on March 26, confirming several of Institute for the Study of War long-standing assessments about Russia's systematic violations of international human rights and humanitarian law in occupied territories and towards Ukrainian prisoners of war. Russian officials are tying the US and the West to a broader set of terrorist attacks against Russia following the Crocus City Hall attack, likely to intensify rhetoric about alleged Western and Ukrainian threats to generate greater domestic support for the war in Ukraine. Russian authorities are increasing legal pressure against migrants in Russia following recent Russian officials' proposals for harsher measures against migrant communities in response to the March 22 Crocus City Hall attack. Russian Storm Z personnel continue to complain about their poor treatment by the Russian Ministry of Defense as the Ministry of Defense tries to posture efficacy in its force generation and social benefit allocation system. Russian forces recently made confirmed advances near Avdiivka and southwest of Donetsk city. In Zelensky's nightly address, he was in the Sumy region. He was grateful to the doctors, nurses, and everyone who helps the military, and to the soldiers, commanders, border guards, our police, the National Guard, the Security Service of Ukraine, everyone who protects us. He held a coordination meeting with the regional authorities and discussed internal security, defense, the economy and social situation in a very substantive way. He spoke about guarantees to receive funds for this year for all regions of Ukraine. Contracts signed for the Ukrainian defense industry, including automated firing systems, FPV drones with appropriate dropping systems, and simulators for mobile firing groups. These things are needed at the front. He also meets students studying at the university in Sumy region. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.